I'm going to give my critiques, and I want you to really think about why I'm doing this. It's not to grow the channel, right?
No, this will be costing you, Joey. This will be destroying your credibility. This will be slowing your growth down, if not stopping it entirely. And you may even find that your subscriber base will shrink out of all of this. Because frankly, son, nobody's impressed at all with what you're doing here.
Video on Camaraderie lost a lot of subscribers.
There you go. Rightly so.
People were angry about it. They were angry.
Rightly so.
That I was criticizing him.
Rightly so. You've got no business criticizing Camaraderie. Son, show some respect to your elders and betters.
So, okay, let's just get right into it then. If your carnivore diet consists of cooked, conventionally raised ground beef, cooked eggs, and pasteurized dairy, you are not eating a healthy diet.
Nonsense. It's just noise coming out of your mouth to be sensational. Because nobody with more than 3 brain cells is going to suck the lollipop that you're offering here.
Pasteurized dairy, conventional meat, cooked foods. This is crazy. Okay?
No, it's not. Not at all. We've been cooking our meat for over 1 million years, Joey.
In this video, I'll explain what's probably wrong with your carnivore diet, the way you're doing it.
This would be good, to be educated by an 18-year-old kid with absolutely no background or credentials of any kind.
This is not safe meat to eat.
It's just your opinion. Your 19-year-old opinion, based on absolutely nothing.
The Maasai eat like 60% raw milk.
So what? Who cares what the Maasai do? They are one tribe of people living in Africa.
Brushing my teeth at one point, and I was brushing, and I was just tons of blood. Like,
right.
I was in the early stages of scurvy.
Did you get a medical diagnosis of scurvy? No? Okay, good. There are hundreds of things that could cause bleeding of the gums, including not brushing your teeth every day, Joey, which is something that you have previously mentioned as being a chronic behavior.
People say, carnivore diets cause scurvy. All the vegans say that. And there's actual stories to back that up. Are you going to say that they're lying?
Oh, anecdotes, though. There's anecdotes. And anecdotes, as we all know, boys and girls, are absolutely hardcore science, aren't they? Goodness sake.
It was the heating of the milk that started to increase the incidence of scurvy. Pasteurizing milk. That's what did it. You don't want to eat AGEs, so you avoid toasting your bread or whatever. How about the meat? Like when you put a sear and you have that crust, that's just advanced glycation end product. So there's a clear logical disconnect here when people eat.
There's a clear logical disconnect when a 19-year-old kid with absolutely no training and no idea of what he was talking about whatsoever claims authority in an area that he has no business claiming authority in and makes a bunch of ridiculous statements without any support for them whatsoever. That is what the logical disconnect is here, Joey.
I'm going to do a video on this, but
oh God, I can't wait.
I think one reason All Saladino does better is
so if there was any doubt that Joey's finished, done in this space, no longer relevant, no longer worth listening to at all, there it is. He's going to praise Paul Saladino and suggest that Paul Saladino is doing better.
Because he eats his cooked meat with fruit.
Oh my God, are you serious? Are we really hearing this, boys and girls? Wow.
Which seem to have the effect of buffering some of those negative properties of cooked meat. Autogenous Wunderplanets talks about...
Right. Minus another 10,000 points of credibility. Arginous. A dead actor.
Therefore, the cooked meat is way, way less digestible. To bring this all together and show that what I'm saying is not merely speculative, we can observe that no hunter-gatherers or primitive societies, cultures, eat only cooked meat. So you look back in time, like it's all raw dairy. It's lots and lots of raw meat integrated into the diet. We're not eating fully cooked meat. This is a new... I went carnivore because I thought it was the most ancestral. It's not. Eating only cooked meat is not a natural... This is what humans need to thrive. We need raw meat. So the work of Francis Pottinger is also quite convincing.
Oh, God. This gets worse and worse, doesn't it, boys and girls? Worse and worse and worse.
He, I believe, tested on around 900 cats.
There you go. Cats. Rats and cats. And dead actors. And repeating things that are wrong sufficient times to make people who are stupid believe that you might actually...
Raw dairy, raw meat, or pasteurized dairy and cooked meat. And what he found was that the cats...
Well, who cares, Joey? They're cats. Shall we move on?
Now, something else that people like to point to when justifying the consumption of cooked meat exclusively is the physiques of Sean Baker and Anthony Chafee, who look very, very good, look very, very healthy. I'm saying it's true that raw meat is best. Well, why are they so fit? The reason they do well is because they have elite genetics.
Oh, right, of course. Elite genetics, that's what it is.
There's a massive variation in a person's ability to expunge toxins, to regulate electrolytes, to regulate nutrient stores, so on and so forth.
So, can you please point us, Joey, to your published genetic analysis of Doctors Baker and Chafee, please?
Look at them and realize that from Anthony Chafee's 6'3" height and very developed physique.
Well, hang on. Just because he's 6'3" doesn't mean he would be developed. Had he not worked really hard to become developed at 6'3"?
And proportional face, just all these markers of good genetics, and Sean Baker's stature at I believe 6'5", they're genetically gifted. You can tell.
Sean Baker has the physique he has because he's worked at it for 40-something years, son. On a daily basis. Hard work, son. Something that you, at some point in your life, will come into contact with.
I hope what I've said makes sense.
No, it doesn't, Joey. It's been absolute rancid, pustulous garbage from start to finish. It's been the ramblings of a boy who has basically lost the plot. You need to pull your head in, wind your neck in, start again, ask for forgiveness, both from your viewership and also from some of the major influencers and commentators in this area who are credentialed, knowledgeable, experienced in life and in this area. You're young enough. We'll accept that you made a mistake, a series of mistakes in the last few weeks. We can wipe the slate clean and you can start again, but you owe us all an apology. Make it happen.